think of the following theorem as a cousin to the sum of the angles of a triangle theorem. This is called the exterior angle theorem, and it states that the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. Kind of a mouthful, but once you see the picture, it's completely clear. Let's take a look at the picture. Here I have a triangle, and all I did was extend one of the sides way out, you see, with an extra ray. And you'll see that there's a new angle introduced. That new angle is called an exterior angle. And the exterior angle theorem says that that measure of that angle will be exactly the sum of the measures of these two remote, meaning that not that one, remote angles. Pretty neat theorem, and in fact, you might not even believe it, but I'm going to show you that in fact it is true. So here you go, here's a picture, and I'm going to prove this to you right now live. I take this angle off, I take this angle off, and what happens when I try to put them right over here? You see, they fill up that angle exactly. Exactly. So in fact, this makes some intuitive sense, that the measure of this plus the measure of that equals the measure of that. This is so cool. You've got to love it. And it turns out you can use the exterior angle theorem to do all sorts of crazy things. Look at this one. This is a really complicated looking figure, but once we think about it, it turns out we're going to be able to understand everything. The question is, let's find the measure of angle H. That's right here. But let's parse all the information. I've got this triangle, and this particular side has been extended to this ray, and I'm told that this exterior angle is 152 degrees in measure. I also know that the measure of this mysterious angle H can be expressed as 5x plus 6 for some unknown x, and that's the degrees, and this other remote angle has a measure of 9x minus 8 degrees, where again the x is the same x. Now, how can we actually produce some algebraic equation that links all this information? Well, we know that the sum of these two angles in measure will equal the measure of this. So what we see is 152 must equal 5x plus 6 plus 9x minus 8. These are all in degrees, but I'm going to actually just look at the algebra first, and we'll remember to put them back in degrees in a second. Well, what do we see here? Well, we see 152 equals, and when I add these things up, like terms, 5x plus 9x, I get 14x, and I have 6 minus 8 is negative 2. I now bring the 2 over. I have 154. 154 equals 14x. If I divide by 14, I see that x equals 11. So I see that the answer is x equals 11. You might say, oh, we're done. We can go out and celebrate. Not yet. Did we answer the question? Our challenge was to find the measure of angle H. We haven't quite done that yet. We just found the mysterious number 11. To find the angle of H, we've got to plug 11 in for x. 5 times 11 is 55, plus 6 is 61. Now it's time for celebration. We found the measure of angle H. Excellent job.